Welcome back, third grade mathematicians. I am so excited that you guys are here for our first performance task of the week. As you remember, my name is Mrs. Manley, and I work over at Westover Hills. And today, I have a special friend with me. It's my dog. His name is Ripley, and he worked really, really hard on this performance task and was included in it today. So he wanted to see your work and participate along with us. Every week, we're going to have one performance task challenge. This is going to be a brain teaser that makes you really, really think about what you learned this week with Miss Yeager and how you can apply that to a challenge. And I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with and to see how you share your work with the rest of the third graders in Richmond Public Schools. So for today, you're just going to need a few things. If you have the performance task handout available, that would be fantastic for you to follow along with. You may have a hard copy, or you may be able to have someone at home print it out for you. But if you don't have the handout, don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. You can grab yourself a piece of paper, and as we're working today, you can make your paper look like my paper while you follow along. You'll also want to have a pencil in some form of straight edge. That may be a ruler. That's always the easiest for me to work with. But I'm like you guys, I wasn't prepared that we were going to be home for the rest of the year. So I've had to look around my house and find a few things. So some things you could use as a straight edge are a notebook or a notepad. As I mentioned earlier, my favorite snack, toasty Cheez-Its. You can use a cereal box or any other box for that matter. That works perfectly to draw along as you're creating that straight edge. You may have a book. I love to read, so I have lots of those laying around. Or even a notebook can help too. Or if you don't have any of those, I also found a picture frame in my house, so that works as a perfect straight edge too. Anything that has a really straight line, a straight edge that isn't going to wobble around too much is going to be perfect for you to use today. As a reminder, we're mathematicians, and whenever we're drawing lines or line segments, we want those lines to be perfectly straight. So using a straight edge is going to be really important. If you come up with any other cool ideas for a straight edge that you found in your house, definitely share with us and let us know, because I bet some other third graders may want to do that too. All right, so here is your first challenge questions. And again, this is my dog Ripley, and he's here with us today. Now, Ripley loves to eat. That is his favorite thing in the entire world. So this question says, Ripley placed bones at 3 points in the yard. Can you connect points A, B, and C with as many line segments as possible? So as you'll see on my screen right now and on your screen, we have 3 points, and they each are labeled with a letter for their name. So you can see point A, point B, and point C. If you don't have a handout available, you can take your paper and draw your points so that they're in the same location as they are on mine. You can even kind of hold it up to your screen to get an idea of where they may be if you need a little bit of help. Once you have that, go ahead and use your straight edge to see how you can connect the points with as many line segments as possible. Go ahead and pause your screen and solve. And once you think you have the answer, you can unpause your screen to come back and see if you were correct. All right, you think you have your answers. Let's see what you came up with. So on my screen, I'm going to draw our straight line segment using my straight edge on my computer. I'm cheating a little bit today. That way it's easier for you all to see. But you're going to see I first connected point A to point B. So right there I have one line segment. What was the next step that you guys did? If you said connect line segment, point B to point C, you are correct. So now we have 2 line segments. All right, does anyone have an idea for what our last line segment's gonna be? If you made a line segment connecting point A to point C, then you were correct. So when Ripley placed bones in our yard, he can create 3 line segments to connect those 3 points. I think about that too as a path that he could walk in a straight line to get from those different points in the yard. All right, if that was too easy for you guys, how about this one? So we have another dog. His name is Remy. And Remy also loves bones. But as you can see in the picture, what he loves more than anything is a tennis ball. For this example, it says, Remy placed bones at 4 points in the yard. Can you connect points D, E, F, and G with as many line segments as possible? Go ahead and pause your screen and solve. Remember, if you don't have a handout, it's okay. On your paper, you can make your paper look like mine by trying to place those points so that they're about in the same position on your paper as they are in mine, because that's going to be kind of important today. But again, if you can't make it perfect, you can hold your paper up to your screen. You can kind of see where those points are. Or if you don't have paper available, that's totally okay too. You can use your finger to trace those points on your computer and count as you go. Go ahead and pause your screen and see if you can come up with the right answer. Okay, this one was a little trickier. Let's see how you solved it. And I know you guys are all such brilliant mathematicians, so I know you guys got this too. All right, whisper to the person sitting next to you, even if it's an imaginary person, what was the first line segment that you drew? What points did it connect? For me, the first line segment that I drew connected points D and points E. So I have one line segment. Okay, what was the next thing that you connected? Did you connect E to F? That's what I did. What about your next step? I connected points G and F with one line segment. And finally, I connected points D and G. Now, it's okay if you didn't do yours in the same order as I did. That's totally fine, because all of our brains work differently. But that's just how my brain started working through it, working in alphabetical order. But wait a minute. I have a feeling that you guys may have drawn another line segment on your paper. Let's see. Do you guys think that there's any other line segments that I could draw here? Oh, I have an idea. What about D to F? Ooh, that would work. All right, what about one more? And G to E. Okay, I'm looking really carefully. I don't think that there's any way that I can connect any other points because those line segments are already drawn. So I think that that's all of them. So tell me, how many line segments did you draw? If you said 6, you are correct. So my challenge for you today, and I'm really hoping that you do this and that you want to share your work, is on a piece of paper. It can be any piece of paper. I want you to put points all over your paper, and you can go ahead and name them, like points A, point Z, point C. You can name them with whatever letters that you would like. And I would like for you to see how many line segments you can create on your paper to connect all the points that you draw. I'm so excited to see your work. I'm wondering if anyone can create something with 100 line segments or maybe 200 line segments. I bet some of you guys could get really creative, and maybe your work looks really cool too. All right, until next time, I can't wait to see your work, and I love doing math with you today in 3rd grade. I will see you next week. Have a great rest of your day and keep solving problems.